We're talking today about playing through the pain, baby. Playing through the pain. So, man, good morning to you on this. It's a little chilly Wednesday. It's a little bit of a chilly Wednesday. I don't know what's going on in your place in the world. But today is a day where, as my wife texts, we got to check my watch because Instagram, she says, okay, I'm taking the kids to school. So when we're done with this live today, I'm taking my kids to school today. It's the beauty of being an entrepreneur, man. I have a little bit of freedom, a lot of bit of freedom, man. Anyway, so let's talk about playing through the pain today. So yesterday, I was on a podcast, a guy named Tony Watley. And Tony, man, he may not watch this, but if he does watch this, we're going to let you know, man, great interview, dude. And so here's what took place. Good morning, the savvy nail chick, Evan Carmichael, my man. Good morning. So today we're talking about, man, playing through the pain. He asked me this question. He says, hey, what was it like, how'd you play through the pain, right? And I want you to kind of akin this to the aspect of how you go through your day enduring sometimes, because we all do that, man. There's pain we experience. You might be experiencing right this minute pain financially because for some reason, maybe your job got furloughed, you got fired, something took place. Good morning, Courtney. Maybe you're playing through the pain of a relationship because of the quarantine. You guys took a little too much time spending together and all of a sudden it fell apart, right? Maybe playing through the pain of like trying to get yourself back active this new year, back to some more intense Carmichael. You guys go give him some love too. But let's come back to this, to the focus today. So back in the day, I have in my career, I've broken my wrist twice, once in high school, once again in college, there's a screw loose in there right now. In my wrist is a screw loose. I'm a little bit screw loose, right? And at the same time, I have had a right shoulder repair. I've had a left shoulder repair. I've had degenerative discs in my back that have been kind of beat up. The interspinal ligaments that have been sprained. I've had a right Achilles been torn. I've had some things take place in my career where I've had a little bit of pain. So I know physically what it's like to have pain. I also know what it feels like whenever you're experiencing some things that suck. Katis, Alexis, good morning. Play through pain. Yes, Katis, you got to do this, man. Terrell J. Lynch, my man. So in this whole concept, it's like, okay, I still got to play. You still got to play, right? I still got to go in the game. He's like, how do you get your mind wrapped around going back in the game when everything hurts? He's like, how exactly do you do that? And I'm like, at the end of the day, the game's got to go on. And I get few opportunities to play these games. When you're in a season where it's NFL 16, or if you play in college, you might have 12, a few more. Like, you don't have many opportunities, but you spend the entire year getting prepared for that season, right? Just like you've been an entire maybe year or years building to this moment. So yeah, you got to get up one day and it doesn't feel that good, but you still step forth in the next stage of your life, right? You still got to step in the next tier of what's got to get done. You can't sit back and wait. You can't let all this time pass you by, right? So the thing is, I got to play through the pain because I've invested too much into this. I've spent too much time preparing. I got few moments, few opportunities to actually show up on the field for your life, to show up on the field for your life. You have few opportunities to make that play. And on top of that, if you think about this, like in football, I was a high school guy. I got to the college level. I was nobody. We're all nobodies. We started this new job, a nobody. New relationship, a nobody. We start the world like health-wise. Unless you've already been working out for a long time, you're kind of nothing, right? And it's a building process. In that building process, you're building up strength, you're building up endurance, building up capabilities. And when you get to that moment, you finally on the field, like when I finally got to start, you ain't taking me off this field. How dare you even consider that this little ankle thing or this shoulder thing's gonna find a way? My sophomore year at college, played 6 games with my arm strapped to my body because I tore my shoulder, but I was still gonna play. And it's not stupid. People think like, oh, dumb jock. They're just out there playing for no reason. Like, no, it's not about this. It's not dumb to go play. The reality is whenever I'm looking at this field of play, I've taken too much time in preparation. I've built up too many levels to let this go by the wayside. You have spent too much time in your life building towards something for some pain to take it away from you, for some situation to diminish your capabilities. You don't have a whole bunch of time in life. Unfortunately, like this is going to be the longest and shortest thing you ever do is this life thing, man. It's big. And then you ask me this other question. And this other question is one I want you to grasp, because if you can get to this stage of mentality for how I've been able to be successful in my life, I'm going to tell you it's going to be a game changer for you. I kid you not. Just pay attention to this. He says, hey, I always talk to offensive and defensive players. He says, there's offensive players and they got a perspective. They make fun of the defensive players. He says, and defensive players, they got a way of talking about the offensive players. It's back and forth. He says, you played defense. I played linebacker / safety. He says, so what was the difference? How do you perceive the separation between offense and defense? How does that exactly roll? And I was like, well, if you think about it, man, and this is unique, I'm telling you, take this lesson for your life. He says, well, if you look about like offense, I said, well, offense, they know what's coming, right? They know the play, they're adapting to you and trying to see what you're going to trying to trick you, right? But defense, man, every single play, we are ready to go and we react and we are prepared and incredibly confident, having no idea what's coming. Repeat this, incredibly confident, and we react having no idea what's coming at us. Every single play. I mean, literally every play. We don't know if it's a run, if it's pass, if it's left, if it's right, who hit the ball, they hide it. Imagine going into your life with the sheer confidence that you're going to succeed and win, having no idea what's coming, like, period. Now, I say this because I want you to grasp the mentality behind a defensive player and realize that for you in life, majority of the time, you're playing defense in some capacity. Not always. Sometimes you're playing offense. You go out there, you get to lead some things, cool, right? But a lot of the day, you're waking up to an inbox that you aren't prepared for, phone calls you didn't expect, problems that arose that you didn't hope, you hope would never arise. There they are, right? Situations that arise, especially in entrepreneurship. Man, I'm playing defense every day. I'm fielding phone calls, taking emails, doing different tasks. I'm handling staff. I'm doing all these things that I didn't expect, but the defensive mentality of like, you know what? Even though I'm not in control, I'm in control. Repeat this. Even though I'm not in control, I'm in control. I have confidence. I have a sheer willpower that will drive me to a level to do things that are illogical because I will step forth into a space where everybody else will stop and they'll walk away and they'll feel uncomfortable. And uncomfortable, that's necessary, right? If you think about it, what makes you think your success lies in comfort? What makes you think that you're supposed to wake up every day comfortable and go through the day and find that next level of success for your life? I don't know who told you this, but it's a bold-faced lie. Your success doesn't come from that comfort, man. It comes from leaning in and finding comfort in discomfort. Comfort in discomfort. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm okay being uncomfortable. I'm okay to deal with people. No, I'm saying like genuinely to his level of like the palpable level of wintertime, fires on, making s'mores, drinking hot cocoa. That's a comfortable feeling. Imagine if you had that level of comfort for discomfort. How much more you'd lean into it because everybody else feels the same discomfort, but they all sit down. They all tuck away. They all go back. But when you lean into it, when you find that space and say, you know what, when you guys all sit down, I'm standing up and I'm going to find comfort in this. Like I enjoy solving puzzles. I have a defensive mentality of, you know what, no matter what comes at me, I will handle it. I will take it on. I'll be fine. I'll get a pick. I'll get a fumble. I'll make a backwards. I'll make a sack. Tackle for loss. I'm going to make a play. So I give you this message today for you to wake up and have this mentality of as you go into this level, into this realm of whatever's going on in your life next. Today, lean into discomfort. Find that area where you can be the defensive player that says, you know what? I have no idea what's coming today. None. But I'm still waking up. I'm going to put my cleats on. I'm going to put my shoulder pads on, get the helmet ready because I'm excited to go and take on this world. I'm excited to go and take on what's coming at me that I don't even see. When you get that mentality, I promise you wake up every day with a little bit of a different chip, a little different mentality, a little different honest, like a little bit more pride, more confidence. And when you enter this space of pride and confidence, it oozes, man. It becomes this thing where people see it in you, they feel it in you, they know it's part of you, and they want to be around that. If you think about the people that draw you in the most, think about the people that draw you in the most. Like, why do you maybe pay attention to me? I have this sense of love and compassion and confidence for who I am and how I show up in the world. And if I do something wrong, I have confidence I'll make it right. But that's how I show up in the world. And in some way, it draws humans to me. And that's not only the reason I want to do what I do. Like, I love impacting those lives. They come to me, I serve people, right? But at the same capacity, I'll go out to a restaurant and I'll see some people hanging out. And I'm like, look, like there's a person that's got humans drawn to them. You know, bosses that lead have people drawn to them. Entrepreneurs that serve people at a high level, people are drawn to them. They're not drawn to them because they're weak and timid and they don't talk. Like they're drawn to them because they're open and they're vibrant and they're confident and they flow. They have that defensive mentality of, you know what, I'm stepping in this life. I have no idea what's coming, but guess what? Come at me. Like, come at me. Like, come at me, life. I'm going to figure this thing out. Because when you have that mentality, when you have that perspective, when you have that drive, it changes everything in your life. It's the Midas touch for everything that you get around. There's nothing you can't accomplish or do or try because you know at the end of the day you can figure it out because you're prepared for it. That's all my messages for today, man. That's all I got to share. I woke up this morning. I didn't even get a shower in post-workout. I literally worked out and I threw a hat on because my hair's not cut. And I popped on to give you guys this message, man. I need you guys to grab this light. This light from my heart right now. And that light is you have amazing, amazing capabilities inside. There's so much you're capable of that I need you to settle in for a second and hear me. This is not something where I'm saying this just because people say this on the internet. I'm not saying this just because I want you to feel good. I'm saying this because the depth of my heart realizes that, look, if I can go from foster care and being a nobody and beaten and starved and tortured to a guy that's played in the NFL and been on national television, I coach people at high levels. I've worked with Amazon and Lockheed and PayPal, and I'm actually working with T-Mobile. Like, if I've done those things, I'm telling you, man, this is all possible for you. Every single bit of what I'm saying is right out there waiting for you to access it. And I'm not special. I started way behind the ball, way behind the ball. I'm not special. You're not special. If I'm being honest, you're not special. But that's the truth of it all. The reality is you're you. And at the moment you can access and really tap into the you, to pull that person out, you'll find there's some incredible, amazing things you're capable of far beyond the stretches of your current mind now. Vastly, I've seen it happen time and time again with my clients. Look at all the stars you know. Man, I want you to wake up today and think about how can I go into this world and extract that human being, that person, cultivate, create, and extract that human and share it with me and the rest of the world. That's my heart for you today, man. I love you guys. I look forward to talking to you on Friday. Take care. God bless. Have a phenomenal Wednesday. All right.